What do you do if you're a Christian and you want to punch someone? Today we're talking about anger. It's a powerful emotion that can be scary and difficult to control. But first, a quick review. Emotions are helpful tools when we let them give us information, but not helpful when we let them control our lives. Anger can be a scary emotion. It can cause people to lose control and do some terrible, destructive things. But it has an important job. Anger is an internal alarm that tells us that our expectations haven't been met, and it asks us to rectify or fix the situation. Let's look at an example to see what we mean. Let's say you told a friend an important and embarrassing secret about yourself. I peed the bed. You ask them not to tell anyone, and they make a promise. You now have the set expectation that they will keep your secret. Fast forward a few weeks later, and somehow your secret is out, and everyone knows. Your friend didn't keep their word, and therefore didn't meet your expectation. At this point, you're likely to feel angry, and that anger is telling you that the situation needs to be remedied. You storm back over to your friend and say, I will not tell you a secret of mine ever again. Anger is good because it helps us protect what's important to us. If we pay attention to the times we're angry, we can discover our true expectations, ones that we didn't even know we had. But we all know that anger can be a powerful emotion, sometimes more powerful than we feel like we can control. Because of this, some people don't feel comfortable expressing any anger. Instead, they push it down. In fact, some people do this so well that they don't even realize they're angry. But really, that anger's down there, and it comes out in a passive, unhelpful way.
I'm not angry. I think it's funny.
The Bible shows us a better way to use our anger. Ephesians 4 verse 26 says, be angry and do not sin. Okay, so we see here that it is possible for humans to be angry without it leading them to sin. But this is a choice we have to make. Oftentimes, our anger demands that we do things that are harmful to others and illegal.
We should lock the door and scream that curse word we know. It's a good one.
Now hold on.
And this is not the way of Jesus. But this verse continues and says, do not let the sun go down on your anger. This is telling us not to hold in our anger and stew in it. We aren't to sin, but we must do something with it. This could be confronting the person who made you angry and discussing the unmet expectation. Like in my example, where my friend told my embarrassing secret. But there are some situations where confronting the person isn't wise. Like if someone was rude to you while driving, following them to their house and talking to them there might not be the best idea. A healthy alternative might be journaling about what you're feeling, or blowing off some steam by working out or punching a pillow. The point is, give yourself some way to express your anger. A lot of times, this verse about not letting the sun go down on your anger is taken literally, meaning you can't go to bed if you're angry. But that's not exactly what Paul had in mind. Sometimes the best decision is to go to bed, process it, and talk to the person the next day. The point is, don't put it off day after day after day until your anger turns to bitterness. Anger is a loud emotion. It shouts and demands our attention. But it's often not alone. Many times when we're feeling angry, we're also feeling sad or fearful under the surface. Like when my friend gave away my secret. I was angry when my expectation hadn't been met. But I was also sad because I realized I couldn't trust that friend. And I was fearful about what others would do with my secret. When we feel angry, it's important to check in and see if there's any other emotions under the surface, like sadness, fear, or shame. These emotions tend to be more painful to feel than anger, and so our body oftentimes wants to push them away and cling to anger. But those emotions are important, and when we push them away, we don't get to experience the whole emotional spectrum and be fully human. Anger is always truthful, but it doesn't always tell the truth. When I'm angry, I tend to think fast and act faster. I assume that I know everyone's motivations and that I have all the facts. But reacting in this way tends to get us into trouble. My anger might be telling me that the person who didn't meet my expectation is out to get me, and I need to cut them off and end the relationship. When really, it might have just been a big misunderstanding, and healthy, life-giving relationship is still possible. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to learn about anger. Next week, we'll be learning about fear. But until then, bing! Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Leave a comment below to let me know what you thought. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and if you want to see more of these kind of videos, then make sure you subscribe. This one's for you, Mom.